Picked you #1 overall in the draft, but now she's hurt and can't play in the game. How much does that kind of change things for you, or maybe your excitement as well?
I don't think it changed my excitement. Obviously, I'm bummed for Caitlin, but like I said, anytime you're an all-star and get the opportunity to play in a game, I mean, you just take advantage of that. But we talked about it this morning, and Caitlin was like, "Yeah, I'm on the sidelines. I'm coaching." I was like, "Coach C, okay, we're gonna see it." But I think it's honestly gonna be great. Caitlin does a great job of once again pouring into other people, regardless of her situation. And so for us, we're just gonna continue to do that and just have some fun.
Hold up. What you just witnessed right there, that's not just teammate appreciation. That's a masterclass in professional respect that's been missing from this league for way too long. Aliyah Boston just delivered the most authentic, unfiltered praise we've heard all season. And honestly, it's about time someone kept it this real. But here's what's got me fired up. This isn't just about nice words. This is about recognizing greatness when it's right in front of you. Drop a comment right now. Are you ready to hear what really happens when you get to play alongside a generational talent? Because what Aliyah's about to reveal is going to change how you see this entire dynamic.
You gotta be ashamed.
Oh, of course, you know it. Or it's okay. It's also, you don't have to do too much in an all-star game.
Exactly right. No defense.
Exactly.
Listen, I need you to understand something crucial here. What you're seeing isn't just good sportsmanship. This is a complete mindset revolution. Aliyah Boston just proved that the biggest winners in this league aren't the ones protecting their egos. They're the ones smart enough to recognize when playing with elite talent can elevate their entire career. And that attitude right there, that's championship DNA. Most players would rather struggle in mediocrity than admit they got better because of someone else. But not Aliyah. She's showing you exactly what it looks like when preparation meets opportunity.
I want us to reflect on the beginning of the 2024 season. I had not been familiar with her. I didn't remember her from South Carolina. I didn't know much about Aliyah Boston. I saw her with the microphone in her hand working draft, saw her on the set a few times talking about basketball, etc. But I wasn't familiar with her game. But of course, I had heard that she was the first pick in 2024, that she was the Rookie of the Year. Then when the WNBA season started and Indiana was going through all kinds of stuff, I didn't recognize her as what I would say is a first-round pick or a Rookie of the Year. She seemed to be out of shape. She didn't seem to be ready. And so people were hard on her. I think she shut off her social media for a while. Very smart, Aliyah. Good for you. But then season began to kick in. The team began to get better. And especially the second half of the season, we got to see more of the team do well.
Now this is where it gets real, and I need every single person watching to pay attention because this is a lesson in transformation that goes way beyond basketball. At the start of this season, Aliyah Boston was getting absolutely demolished by critics. Social media was ruthless. Fans were questioning everything. And you know what she did? Instead of making excuses or pointing fingers, she looked in the mirror and said, "I need to be better." That's not just athletic maturity, that's life mastery. She admitted she wasn't ready for the Caitlin Clark experience, and then she did something most people never do. She actually changed. Think about your own life for a second. When was the last time you responded to criticism by completely transforming yourself instead of just complaining about it?
I've always said Aliyah is a great playmaker. If you watch her game, you know how good she is with the ball in her hands. She brings the ball up full court. She passes. She finds people on cuts really well. I mean, like, she's making impressive passes on people cutting, getting open. I mean, they're not just point blank wide open passes. So, it's another weapon for us, and she's been incredible in that regard.
But here's what separates real players from pretenders in this league: the willingness to give credit where it's due. Aliyah didn't just improve, she improved dramatically, measurably, and she's making sure everyone knows that playing with Caitlin Clark was a massive part of that transformation. Look at these numbers: 15.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and she's leading the entire league in field goal percentage at 56.3%. Those aren't just good stats, those are all-star level numbers that directly correlate with having an elite playmaker setting you up for success. But here's the beautiful part. Instead of taking all the credit, she's saying, "This is what happens when you surround yourself with greatness." That's the mentality that builds dynasties.
You just mentioned how being kind of the host, the all-star, how special that is for you. And obviously Caitlin Clark is still going to be around and be on the sidelines and stuff, but just for not being able to participate, health is obviously a priority, but how does that what are your thoughts on the unfortunate situation that she's unable to play because of her injury?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just unfortunate. I mean, you never want someone to be able to miss an opportunity like All-Star, especially when you're hosting in your city. But once again, like I said, Caitlin is she's going to continue to pour into us. She's going to have fun. That's Coach C on the sideline this weekend. And so for us, it's just, listen, we're here to have fun. But you also, like you said, you want to make sure that you're safe, you're healthy, because we have a long season to go.
You want to know what championship culture actually looks like? It looks exactly like this. While other players in this league are worried about who's getting the spotlight or who's getting the credit, Aliyah Boston is focused on something way more powerful: being the teammate that elevates everyone around her. She's talking about having Caitlin's back, being in her corner, supporting her through injury. That's not just team chemistry, that's family-level loyalty. And let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. This kind of authentic support system is exactly why some teams win titles while others just collect paychecks. The Fever aren't just building a roster, they're building a brotherhood. And when you have players willing to sacrifice ego for excellence, willing to give credit to their teammates, willing to adapt their entire approach to maximize the team's potential, that's when magic happens. This is what the rest of the league should be studying. The ripple effect of greatness is absolutely undeniable, and Aliyah Boston just gave us the perfect case study. Think about this for a second. If one player can transform this dramatically just from sharing the court with Caitlin Clark, what does that tell you about the impact of true elite talent? This isn't just about basketball IQ or physical skills. This is about the infectious nature of excellence. When you're around someone who demands the best from themselves every single day, it forces you to elevate or get left behind. And Aliyah chose to elevate.
Like with Caitlin, as she deals with all this frustration and injuries.
I mean, just continuing to be in her corner and cheering her on. I think the biggest thing, especially, as a player and a competitor, it's super hard when you have to sit out. And so for us, just making sure that she knows, listen, we got your back no matter what. And I think that's really all we can do, because as a player, you deal with stuff differently and you kind of just get through stuff differently. So, I mean, we're just doing our best job of just letting her know, like, listen, we got your back, take your time, but we got you.
Now I want you to really absorb what we've witnessed here today, because this conversation between Aliyah Boston and the media represents something much bigger than just teammate appreciation. This is a blueprint for how to handle adversity, how to embrace challenge, and how to turn criticism into fuel for transformation. When Aliyah started this season, she was getting destroyed on every platform. People were calling her out of shape, unprepared, questioning whether she belonged in this league at this level. But instead of retreating, instead of making excuses, instead of blaming the system, she did something remarkable. She listened, she learned, and she evolved. And here's what makes her praise of Caitlin Clark so powerful. It's not generic, it's not diplomatic, it's brutally honest about what it actually takes to play with elite talent. She talked about having to completely change her conditioning, her mental preparation, her understanding of pace and timing. Most players would be too proud to admit they had to transform their entire approach. But that vulnerability, that honesty, that willingness to give credit where it's due, that's what separates champions from everyone else. Look at the results, from being potentially traded to leading the league in field goal percentage. From turning off social media because of criticism to being featured on magazine covers. From struggling to keep up to becoming an all-star. That transformation didn't happen by accident. It happened because she was willing to embrace the challenge of playing with someone who sees the game 3 steps ahead of everyone else. And here's what should terrify every other team in this league. This is just the beginning. When you have players like Aliyah who are willing to adapt, willing to improve, willing to support each other at this level, you're not just building a team, you're building a dynasty. The culture they're creating in Indiana isn't just about winning games, it's about maximizing human potential. So here's my question for everyone watching. In your own life, are you the type of person who makes excuses when things get difficult? Or are you like Aliyah Boston, someone who uses criticism as motivation to become the best version of yourself? Because that's really what this is about. This is about recognizing that greatness is contagious, that excellence demands excellence from everyone around it, and that the biggest winners are the ones humble enough to admit when someone else makes them better. Aliyah Boston didn't just praise Caitlin Clark today, she showed us exactly what championship mentality looks like. She showed us how real teammates support each other, how authentic leaders give credit where it's due, and how smart players use every advantage to maximize their potential. That's the kind of honesty and maturity that builds something sustainable. And if you're not inspired by this transformation, if you're not motivated by this level of authentic appreciation and professional growth, then you might want to check your pulse. Because what we just witnessed is a masterclass in how to turn adversity into advantage, how to embrace greatness instead of resenting it, and how to build the kind of culture that attracts championship-level success. What do you think about Aliyah's incredible journey and her honest praise of Caitlin Clark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button if this inspired you, and subscribe for more authentic basketball content that goes beyond the surface level. This is the kind of real talk this league needs more of.